All right, Mr. Ibarra.
Yes, sir.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On June 22nd, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, an officer observed defendant's vehicle slow to almost a stop before a main intersection with a green light. The vehicle then proceeded very slowly for several miles under the posted speed limit, which was 45 miles per hour. Additionally, the officers observed the defendant failing to maintain the vehicle safely between the lanes and at 2 different times nearly striking other vehicles in the lanes next to it and causing other vehicles to avoid collision by swerving away. Officers then initiated a traffic stop. The officer observed in plain view a clearly open Dos Equis bottle and the defendant having red glossy eyes, a strong odor of alcohol on the breath, and his speech being initially incoherent. While getting out of the vehicle, the defendant stumbled and could not maintain a steady posture. Officer advised the defendant that he believed he was intoxicated based off his observations, and the defendant nodded his head in agreement and stated he did in fact have a few drinks at a family gathering he was traveling from, but he could not recall how many drinks or what he drank. The defendant stated that because of his injuries to his body, he could not do physical tests. However, the defendant allowed the officer to conduct HDN tests on his eyes, which was a 6 out of 6. The defendant was transported to Harris County Joint Processing Center, where he was read DIC 24 and declined to provide a breath or blood sample. A warrant was obtained and blood was drawn.
So he had alcohol in the car.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know that it's a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you do when there's an open container in the car, Mr. Ibarra.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a Texas driver license, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take away his privilege to drive.
The license is still valid at this time, Your Honor.
But he's got alcohol in the car. That's a big no-no.
I understand, Your Honor. According to the information I was provided, the bottle was empty. The officer saying it's about a third full. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not saying the officer is lying. I don't know this officer. It's not an officer I'm familiar with. I would at least like an opportunity, Your Honor, to at least see the video to see if this bottle actually had anything in it. Because according to him, as well as the passenger.
To drive at this moment because you have it. If you can show me differently, come back to me, show me. But at this point, no driving, Mr. Ibarra. You have alcohol in the car. I'm finding probable cause in your case. I'm also ordering you now to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. You will be randomly tested. If you consume alcohol from this day forth, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds from us. Do you understand, sir?
Sir.
If you have a drug or alcohol problem, you better address it. Because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
So, Your Honor, I do have a question. I believe the state shared some of the videos that they have with me today. If I were to look at those today and see that this bottle is empty,
Back to me next week, we can talk.
I want to make sure. Your
Happy to
Honor.
entertain you at any time. But for someone at this advanced age to have alcohol in the car, it's elementary that you know you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car, Mr. Ibarra. And now I'm going to take your privilege to drive away from you so that you appreciate the awesome power it is. Living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows. And I hope that you do appreciate it from now on. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you drive, I'll have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Does he already have an interlock, bro?
They ordered him to get one. He actually had one appointment scheduled today. It looks like we're going to have to cancel that and reschedule to get the actual portable, Your Honor.
So we're going to switch you for now to a portable device, Mr. Ibarra. I'm warning you, above all else, in the short life that we have, the worst possible thing you can do is get into a car and drive. Do you understand, sir? There's no quicker way that you can assure yourself a lengthy jail sentence. You have a lawyer. Listen to Brock. He will help you out. I will waive your appearance while you're in good standing with us. That means you don't have to come back to court and waste your time here, but you must stay in touch with Brock. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that you've gone MIA, that we can't get a hold of you, and if he can't get a hold of you, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you consume alcohol, drive, pick up a new case, or don't stay in contact with Brock, I will issue a warrant in those instances. Do you understand what's expected of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
For now, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. And after that, you'll get with Trace for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And,
Brock.
Your Honor, I had
Just
one
come
more,
back and let me know.
Yes, Your Honor.